The Davis Center is recognized as the world's premier sound therapy center, and we incorporate the Davis model of sound intervention as its philosophy. The model as it stands today evolved from my work of over 40 years and my research, and also the successes of our clients. And so what I've really developed is a model for the current and future application of any sound-based therapy. Sound-based therapy is now defined as using sound vibration with special equipment, modified music, and/or specific tones or beats, but very importantly, the need for which is identified with appropriate testing. Sound-based therapy goes beyond hearing. It goes beyond auditory processing. It goes beyond music. Sound-based therapy utilizes the energy of the person and supports change with the person's natural form and function by repatterning that energy. There are 3 concepts behind the model. The first one involves 5 laws, which connect the voice, the ear, and the brain. And summarized, what those laws will tell you is that the voice produces what the ear hears, and the ear emits the same stressed frequencies as the voice. If one is modified, the other changes, and the brain sends the correcting response to the body. Those laws are known as the Tomatis effect, which was presented in 1957 to the French Academy of Science, and the Davis addendum to the Tomatis effect, which was presented to the Acoustical Society of America in 2004. Collectively, those laws are known as the voice-ear-brain connection. The second concept tells us that every cell in our body emits and takes in sound frequency, thereby portraying what we would call our signature symphony of sound. If there is an out-of-tune frequency, the instruments or the cells of the body are not supporting the symphony, and the music is discordant. The third concept is the ear is viewed as your body's global sensory processor. It's not just a hearing mechanism, as all of your body's senses are stimulated either directly or indirectly through the ear. Sound vibration is also processed through your bone structure response, your cell response, as we've talked about, but also your nervous system, your circulatory system, and the soft tissue network of the body. The body as a whole is considered a vibrational frequency entity. Because for us, the diagnosis doesn't matter. The diagnosis of the person seeking to make change is not the important item. It is the sound energy patterns of the body that determine the possibilities for change for each individual. In other words, sound-based therapies are going to force both the evaluator and the client to focus on the energy patterns of the body, not the disability, neither medical or educational. The symptoms, the disabilities, the challenges are not what are addressed. Each person is helped as an individual energy entity. So how does the process work? Well, it definitely revolves around that voice-ear-brain connection, which is a subtle, biological, biochemical, whole body interrelationship of how the voice reflects and impacts what the ear hears and processes, and what the brain perceives, interprets, and relays to the body. The process is highlighted in something that I call the cycle of sound. It's a symbiotic relationship of the way our cells' natural give and take of sound transference occurs across the cell wall. And it is expressed through something called the tree of sound enhancement therapy. What I do is I use that tree for the use of sound-based therapies. It has become a developmental flowchart for the administration of any sound-based therapy. There are 6 parts to the tree. There is the root system, which is your sense of hearing. You have the seed of the tree, which are your body rhythms. The trunk of your tree is going to be general sound processing connections. The lower leaves and branches are going to be specific auditory processing skills. The upper leaves and branches will be the academic skills, and the head surrounding the tree becomes body maintenance